In Isaiah King Jr.'s NFL debut, very few running backs have ever run for as many yards as he did in that debut. I mean, just shy of 200 yards, had multiple touchdowns, and just went out there and killed it across the board. Now, he led his team to a victory in week 1. Can he do it again in week 2 if he faces the Cardinals, a team with Kyler Murray, a team that's a little up and coming? He needs some help on defense overall, but they're going to be a tough testament for Isaiah. And again, because of his incredible performance in week number 1, we've got an opportunity to go ahead and increase his rating. So we got elusive, receiving, and power. Honestly, he's pretty good in elusive right now. I want to increase his power some. I want him to be the perfect package out there, running over people, running around, or whatever he's got to do. He gets +2 to break tackle, +1 to carrying and trucking. And in case you guys are wondering, the AFC Offensive Player of the Week does go to Isaiah. Again, 22 carries, 195 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 catches for 63 yards. A whole lot of yards for one guy. We are heading out here to our first home game in the NFL season. Obviously, we debuted everything down in Miami, but Isaiah says, look, time to go home. It's time to dominate. It's time to put up a whole lot of yards in today's game. So heads up for you guys that are watching this series. The game did feel a little bit too easy in week number 1, so I am increasing the sliders week after week to try to find the perfect balance to make it more difficult to run it, but not so difficult that the episodes are boring. So bear with me. It'll be a process, but believe me, I'm trying to make this as difficult as possible while still as entertaining as possible. And there's the man, the myth, the legend right there. Look, a lot of things are right in his storybook, but so far, off to a pretty good chapter 1. Started the game off in shotgun. We do get the ball first. Little fake handoff, and Lamar Jackson takes it and ultimately gets sacked on the first play. I'm gonna be honest, I gotta admit, that's not what I was hoping to see in the very first play of the game. So we're gonna go to a run here. Isaiah finding a lane. He's a juke move. He's a second one. That man's out there taking a dive, and Isaiah is off to the races. No one, and I mean no one, is going to catch him. Just like that, Baltimore's got 6 points on the board. So I didn't even realize that somehow we have 14 points, so we've only seen the ball 1 time. So I have no idea what happened. I might have missed that at the very beginning of the game, but things are looking pretty solid if you're Baltimore right now. I also love that I talked about increasing the game's difficulty. The run blocking is down to 40. The tackling for them is up to 55. And somehow, some way, we still went to the house in that first play. Lamar Jackson threw a dot over there to Marquise Brown, but for whatever reason, he didn't want to catch that one, so it was not completed at all. But we do get the second one to go for 2 yards. So 3rd down, 8 yards to go. We've got to figure out something, and fast. Isaiah's wide open. Lamar Jackson throws it not to him, throws it off his back foot, and it's not how this drive wanted to go. Now, Arizona is showing again that they are not a very good team, so they're going to be forced to punt it again from their own 17-yard line. And Isaiah says, look, I haven't really ran a punt back for a touchdown so far. I would like to start that, but it's not going to happen there as he gets wrapped up immediately. 1st and 10 now, again, 11-point lead. Lamar Jackson going to keep this one, and he immediately regrets that one. Not a great start for Lamar. We started back-to-back drives with a loss of yards, so that's not ideal. 2nd and 13 here, little play action fake. Again, the run started off so strong, we want to try to use it as much as possible. And Hayden Hurst is out here running wild down to the 45-yard line. And with that big pass play, we're here at the 45. Little halfback toss for Isaiah trying to find his room. Goes for the juke, and he gets stuck after about 4. 2nd down and 6, first quarter's winding down now. Isaiah staying back for pass protection. Lamar's out here rolling. Isaiah says, okay, run, young fella. Look at the jukes. Lamar might be better than Isaiah running the ball. It's kind of wild. And Lamar finally gets a big game. That's what we want to see. If you can get that dude feeling comfortable, it's going to be a wrap for basically every defense in the NFL. Now, Isaiah tries to go for the outside run with the juke, but he goes nowhere again. 2 yards for King Jr. there. Lamar Jackson back at center. Most of the offense is going to run out of shotgun. Lamar finds some room, ends up getting sacked after he pump fakes, and finally gets his 2nd one of the day. So it is a major 3rd down and 12 yards to go. Lamar's got to come up with something big, or else we're kicking a field goal real shortly. Ball goes across the middle. Isaiah did throw a block. This one is caught and goes for about 9, but it's still going to be well short of the 1st down marker. Field goal team's coming up. Arizona does answer back. Now they've cut the lead to 4 points. We apparently did not get our field goal to go, so Justin Tucker gets a rare miss. He doesn't really have many of those, to be honest. Now with Isaiah picking up a good 4 yards there, it's 2nd down, 6 yards to go. You'll see one guy moving motion over here. Jackson under center is going to bring it off here to Isaiah. Isaiah tries to find some room, but again gets stuffed after 3. So it's a big opportunity here to try to get something big. We're going to put Willie Snead on a slant. Lamar Jackson's going to try to find him here if he's open. Isaiah stays in for pass protection. The ball instead goes to the tight end, and he's going to pick up a good enough amount of yards for the 1st. Now, a big 13-yard game was exactly what Baltimore needed. They ran a little bit of a rut. Lamar was trying to find guys open, and he does get what he needs as Isaiah trucks through again for another big gain. Already 100 yards rushing today. from the 42. About 2.5 minutes left, almost at the 2-minute warning. Like a halfback screen here by Baltimore. Isaiah's wide open, but he goes too far too quickly, and he loses a yard. Great job by Arizona to figure out what we were running and to basically put the kibosh on it real quickly. Now Isaiah's out here. Last reception didn't work out too well, but that juke move takes 2 defenders out of the play, but he gets brought down after the first. First down again. Isaiah staying back for pass protection. Lamar goes across the middle. It was a good idea, just bad execution. Second down and 10. Lamar trying to get a little bit of grip under here. There's a slant across again. This one's going to go down to number 11, who's going to bring it into the 14. That was a big grab by Roberts there. Again, we're going same with the passing game. It's looking pretty good. Lamar's going to start running. Lamar looking for some room. Lamar is scatting all over the place, and he is down at the 2-yard line. What a play. Lamar has done so much to keep this team where they need to be. We're going to let him see if he can keep it here. Little read option. And it didn't work out like we wanted it to. Lost the 3. That didn't exactly go the way we wanted it to, but we're going to give Lamar another chance here. Lamar's going out to the edge. Lamar slides in, and that one is going to be a touchdown. Sliding in style. Lamar, look, he did a lot on that drive. It's only right he deserves to get into the end zone at the end of that drive. After Lamar Jackson gets that touchdown, we're going into halftime with a 21-10 lead. Kingsbury and the Cardinals got some work to do in the second half if they want to compete with us, because right now we're clicking on all cylinders. Now Arizona did get the ball to start the second half, and as you can tell, it didn't exactly go their way. They lost 7 yards. They're kicking one deep out here to Isaiah, who is ready to try to make this punt look better than that last punt return. Now he's running, and you know what? It was progress, but it's nowhere near where I know his potential is on that side of the ball. First and 10. Got the ball at the 23, putting the guy in motion. We're gonna move to the left. Jackson handles the snap. Takes this one out. Isaiah gets destroyed after only 2 yards. Isaiah does have, I believe, 4 rushing touchdowns in the season. He's trying to get number 5, maybe on this drive if he's lucky. Lamar Jackson decides to run. Isaiah's gonna try to throw a block. He's late to do it, and Lamar slides after about 9. Big play by Lamar. He hasn't really thrown his arm as much as we thought he would today, but he's still been lethal on the ground. Balls across the middle again. Another short pass this time to Boyle, who picks up about 8. Second down and 2. Lamar Jackson is absolutely killing it at the moment. He's going to keep it again on the QB option. He slides in, and again, another first down for Lamar. He's a beast. After Lamar's couple of runs there, we have another first down. Isaiah's going to try to keep this one. Trying to get to the edge, but he is grabbed immediately and taken down. Even with Isaiah's last few runs, honestly not working out too well, he's still averaging 12 yards per carry thanks to that incredibly long run to start the ball game. A ball thrown across middle. It's time to Hayden Hurst. Hurst is going to pick up a big gain, but the question is that penalty on us? And it absolutely is. So with that unfortunate play, it is second down and 19 to go. Ball thrown deep out here to the left-hand side. Are you kidding me? What a grab by Roberts. I got to admit, though, even better than the catch is honestly probably the throw. What a dive by Lamar Jackson to get that where only his receiver could catch it and keep his feet in bounds. Isaiah gets stopped a yard or so shy of the first down marker, so it's second down in inches. He's out here rolling. He is going to have a case of the dropsies, though, as he can't hold in the easiest catch of the day. Third down, inches to go. Lamar Jackson knows you've got to get this one. Quick little screen out here to the edge. Roberts, however, is going to catch it for a 2-yard loss. It's field goal time again. The good news is we actually do make the field goal, or at least kick it this time, and it goes in. So we have a 2-score lead, 14-point total right now, with Isaiah back here trying to have his best punt return of the afternoon, which is going to be difficult considering how bad they've been, and I think that actually probably was his best one. 2 set of downs, third quarter's winding down now, trying to add to this lead. Isaiah stays back for pass protection. This ball is thrown horribly, and it is picked off. Lamar Jackson, what are you doing? Isaiah is not going to get his second tackle. He is, however, going to stop Murphy enough for us to stop him, but that was a horrible throw. The only good news from that, though, however, is that they only get 3 points, so it's back to an 11-point game. A crazy formation. The wide receiver screen, Willie Snead with one good move, and then immediately gets drilled. After Patrick Peterson stops Snead there, we're going here on second down. Isaiah with the moves he needs. Again, a shifty move, but not enough. Third down, 7 yards to go. End of the third quarter. Probably the last play right here. Lamar Jackson gets it off. Going to go to the sideline. He's got Roberts again, who I believe gets both feet down. As we start the fourth quarter, we've got pretty good field position. We're in control. We've got the momentum. We've got to capitalize on this drive and help put it away. Another wide receiver screen to Willie Snead. And again, doesn't really get much. Second down and 9. Jackson under center. We'll hand off to Isaiah. Isaiah's got the room. He's going to go again for a huge chunk of yards now, down to the 40. Jackson again trying to keep this drive alive. They actually fake to Isaiah. Isaiah's rolling out. This ball thrown instead of the tight end. Hurst again, another big grab for him and another first down. Lamar Jackson hasn't thrown again for a ton of yards today, but he's been pretty much efficient outside of one really bad interception. Gotta love everything he's done after that. Now that one there to me is a lack of effort on the fullback not going for it. Second down, again, good field position. Should be an automatic field goal if nothing else. No blocking, however, and Isaiah gets gobbled up immediately. So here's third down at 11. Isaiah's going to be out here, wide receiver. The ball comes across. He's going to try to skirt his way through, and he does. A beautifully executed play. That catches Isaiah's third of the afternoon. Again, he hasn't shown the volume that he showed in college, but it's still been pretty solid. Little read option here. Lamar had all the room in the world if he got to the outside, but he gets stuffed in the backfield. I believe that was Chandler Jones, the tackle. I think his second tackle for a loss in the afternoon. Back to the play action. Isaiah with a good block. Across the middle is wide open Willie Snead, but Jackson throws it incomplete. So that is going to put it at third down, 13 yards. Lamar, how did you miss him? He was so open. Lamar's going to take off running. He's got some room. Can he get that first down? Going to be close. He coughs it up. You've got to be kidding me. Lamar is going to fumble it inside the 15. And Murphy, who had the interception earlier, now has the fumble recovery. And now we've got an injury too, which is not good news. We're going to see Hollywood Brown go to the locker room. And again, that's a young player we do not want to see get injured. With 3:15 left, Arizona has got it down to a 3-point lead. We've got it to the clock. You've got to get first downs. And honestly, I think a touchdown is what we really need right now. Between Isaiah and Lamar Jackson, there's about 200 yards rushing on the ground today. For Baltimore and Isaiah, you know what? Your hurdles aren't that good. You might want to calm down on those. Even with that hurdle, though, we still did get the first down. So again, a new set of downs, the 2-minute warning. Now we've got to go ahead and lock in. Now, actually, they messed with us a little bit. We thought it would have been a run up the middle, but Lamar goes to the left to Willie Snead, but there is a flag on the play.
3 yards.
And it's on the offense again. So that makes it first down and a lot of yards we got to make up. Back to the run game. And trying to fight through, we get about 3 yards on that carry. And a 3-point game, second and long now, 14 yards to go. We're trying to make Arizona use all the timeouts right now. Well, halfback toss to Isaiah, stuffed again in the backfield. We're in a whole lot of trouble. So with third down and 16, Harbaugh's going to elect to run the ball again. He'd rather make Arizona use their timeouts than anything else. This carry is not great vision by Isaiah. He tries to cut it back to the left-hand side. It's not successful, and we're punting on fourth down. The good news, however, is the gamble pays off to just keep running the ball and not to pass it. We're going to walk out of here with a big W. 2-0 on the season. We'll take that for sure. Checking out the stats today, Kyler Murray actually had a pretty decent game. 23 of 40, 245 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 pick. Again, don't want to see the turnover, but Lamar Jackson on the other side, 13 of 20, 153 yards, and a pick. I'd say Kyler Murray got the best of him today. Isaiah had another monster game with 19 attempts. He had 164 yards and 1 touchdown. Again, the bulk of that was a huge run that went early in the game, and after that, it was kind of dinks and dunks throughout the game. David Johnson was 68, Lamar Jackson 9 for 43 and a touchdown. A really bad fumble, but still, it was enough to get the W. And in the air, Andy Isabella had 8 catches for 65 yards. Charles Clay, Seth Roberts, again, pretty big for us today. The one thing I am worried about, besides Isaiah's 3 for 29, is that Hollywood Brown, 1 catch for 8 yards. Got injured pretty late in the game. I'm hoping that he comes back soon. Today's game was a little bit of a rough one. The play calling was a little all over the place. Lamar Jackson never really felt comfortable, but at the end of the day, we walk out with a similar score of our week 1 victory, which we'll take at the end of the day. But we got a couple of big games in the next few weeks. We've got to shine. We got to show progress. We got to make sure that Isaiah is still a featured part of the offense. But again, at the end of the day, when you're 2-0, you can't really be too mad, can you?